Is your lawn just completely riddled with tough to kill weeds that will not go away? Mine has gotten so bad that even my wife is starting to notice. Well, you won't have to worry about that anymore, because I'm gonna give you 3 hacks that you can do to make sure that when you come out here to spray all these weeds in your yard, they die the first time. If you're gonna go out in your yard and spray and you wanna make sure that you absolutely destroy those things on the first attempt, you're gonna wanna follow these 3 steps. And honestly, one of the biggest reasons that people struggle to kill the weeds in their lawn in the first place, they end up using the wrong herbicides. You see, not a lot of people realize that, especially when it comes to all those options that are at the big box stores, that not all weed killers are created equally. They don't all do the same things and they don't all target the same weeds. Some of the reasons why you might have been having trouble with this in the past is because you were using something that wasn't even made to kill what's in your yard. So the absolute first thing I want you to do is get out in your yard and get up close and personal with these weeds. There's free apps out there where you can take a picture of these weeds and your phone will tell you exactly what the name is. So I'd like to use this one called Picture This. It's never let me down. Everybody tells me this is not free, but I think it's because they don't just skip past the little, hey, give us your money screen at the beginning. So just be aware that even though it might pop up and say you need to pay a membership, in the corner there's usually a little cancel button that you can click. You can go ahead and just activate the camera, take a picture of your weeds, and in just a matter of a few seconds, it'll tell you exactly what the weed is. Hairy bittercress. A lot of people get this in the springtime. It's probably in your yard too. And the whole reason why we want to do this, we want to make sure we know exactly what we're targeting in the yard. So if you have multiple things, make sure you're taking multiple pictures, getting multiple IDs on these buddies. That way you can go ahead and look up what kinds of weed killers or weed killer ingredients are made to take care of these. That way you know for sure you're using the right product to kill the right thing, and it'll keep your grass safe. So just punch into Google what kills hairy bittercress. You'll get a list of herbicide ingredients, and you can go ahead and make sure that you purchase an herbicide that has those ingredients in it. And while you're at it, make sure you're getting something that's also labeled safe for your turf. So that way you don't go outside and nuke your whole lawn unintentionally. Make sure that you get something that says safe for lawns or lists that it's explicitly safe for your grass type. First croc sighting of 2024, by the way. Now the next step is honestly optional, but it's something that I always recommend to people whether they've sprayed weeds before or not. I would totally recommend that you arm yourself with the best quality herbicides that you can to get the job done faster. Save your money on your fertilizers and spend it more on your herbicides, fungicides, and all those kinds of sides. Prevent other problems from coming up, okay? Some of the big box stuff can get the job done. Might take a couple follow-up applications, and if you're okay with that, you can give it a try. But I want to go out there and get rid of them the first time, and I'm sure you do too. So I would opt for the little bit more expensive professional grade herbicides with higher concentrations. I don't bother with the ready to spray stuff. I always like a concentrate, something that's more strong and I can apply with a backpack sprayer. These pro grade herbicides do the trick just fine. This is a store-bought concentrate. It's made out of triclopyr. It's got 8% triclopyr in it. Then you opt for something like T-zone, and amongst other things, it also has 29% 2,4-D ester. So much higher concentration. Also got Speed Zone's a favorite, 20-some% herbicide concentrate. And then over here, we've got less than 10. Spend your money on the more expensive herbicides if you want a better kill. Don't be afraid that these are going to destroy your lawn or anything. As long as you measure them out correctly, you'll be totally fine. Sometimes it's a little bit of a sticker shock because the cost of these might be a little bit more expensive, but in some cases, the amount of concentrate that you're actually pouring out of this bottle versus this bottle is less. So this will actually stretch you longer over applications. So I'm treating about 4,000 square feet of lawn space. So 4 times 1.8 is 7.2 fluid ounces. The next kind of hack that I want to share with you guys has to do with something that you can mix into your spray tank when you're spraying those weeds. We're actually going to add a little bit of some specific fertilizer into the tank along with a surfactant if your herbicide calls for it. The fertilizer we're going to add is called ammonium sulfate. See, not a lot of people realize that the outer coating of weeds is actually kind of like a waxy surface, and so most weed killer mixers you just spray right on there. The herbicide can actually kind of like bead up and wash off the plant, and the whole point is that the herbicide sits on the plant takes it in, kills it down to the root, and a surfactant can help with that to help to make sure that our weed killer mixture is going to evenly coat the entire weed that we're trying to target. You can use something like Dawn dish soap. A lot of people add that to their mix. Or if you want something that has ammonium sulfate mixed into it, Tetra Tools makes this product right here. It's called Sprayer's Surfactant for Herbicides. And what this is ammonium sulfate combined with a surfactant. So we get the benefits of both. Did you know that the water that comes out of your spigot could actually hurt the efficacy of your weed killer? The hard water that comes out of a lot of people's houses, especially like mine, can actually hurt the efficacy of the weed killer mixture that you're putting down. And I won't get too deep into the science of it, but if you have hard water at your house, then adding ammonium sulfate would particularly be helpful for you. Make sure that if you're gonna use ammonium sulfate with your weed killer mixture, that your weed killer is made out of these specific weak acid herbicides. Overall, it just helps more of the weed killer to get into your plants to give you a better kill. And there's no need to completely drown your lawn in herbicide, especially if you're gonna do a blanket spray. A quick spritz across the lawn, just like you would with any of your other kind of fertilizer applications or anything like that, is plenty enough for these herbicides to get into the plant and do what they do best. Wear your proper PPE. Take these steps to identify the weed, get you nice high quality weed killer, and if it's compatible, add some AMS and some surfactant to the mix to help increase the efficacy of that weed killer. You'll be well on your way to a weed-free lawn. I know you can do it. It's not very hard. I got faith in you. And if you stuck around this long in the video, I want to say thanks. The Chapin Company is letting me give away one of their 4-gallon battery-powered backpack sprayers, just like the one that you guys see here. So we're gonna give away one of these 4-gallon Chapin battery-powered backpack sprayers that you see back here. Awesome, high-quality backpack sprayer. So comment down below and tell me what your favorite thing to spray out in the lawn is, and check the pinned comment for details on the giveaway. Check out this video right over here. That's about one of my favorite things to spray in the lawn that gets your lawn super dark green, darker than ironite.